Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So I just watched the second episode of the 6th season of Black Mirror called Beyond the Sea, and I'm here to tell you guys my honest thoughts and review the episode. So this episode was a really weird combination because it was like a romance story as well, but it also was like this really dark horror story, and it had a lot of science fiction as well. So it was just a really weird combination, and I feel like it was a slow burn compared to the episodes. So I'm going to be reviewing the episode right now. So if you haven't watched the episode, pause the video right now, go to Netflix and watch the episode, and then come back to watch my review. So the episode is set in 1969 and it's in an alternate universe, and it's basically about these two astronauts who are living in the spaceship and they're on a mission, but there's this technology that's really advanced that can basically let them visit Earth but not physically be there. By just tapping into their link, they can still visit their home and like meet their loved ones, but it's not through their physical self. It's through tapping into that link that allows them to move about in that robotic body but as themselves. And we're introduced to these astronauts and their two families. And what we're shown is that one of these astronauts, basically a cult leader, comes to his house and he gets really annoyed at him for basically defying nature and by being a robot and a machine on Earth, and he feels it's really unnatural, and that cult leader kills his family and destroys the robot so that he can't tap into that and come back and visit his family. And that's where things get really dark. So the other astronaut who's on the ship with him obviously feels bad for him because he realizes that his entire family has been murdered and that man has no one to go to. So he helps him out and asks him whether he would like to tap into his link to go to Earth for a few minutes to just like go out and be around nature and to just breathe the fresh air. He wanted him to have that experience since his link was destroyed. And so he lets him, and that's where the story unfolds. And although the astronaut was being nice to his fellow astronaut by letting him tap into his link and go there for a few minutes, his wife, who's back at home, is living a really lonely life. She likes the attention that she's getting, and she basically starts spending more time with him. She tells him to wear the hat that her husband wears because he's not there, and she said that's what he always wears. And he notices that she's reading a book, so he asks her whether she likes science fiction books. And one day, the astronaut sees these drawings of his naked wife that the other astronaut had drawn, and the other astronaut basically told him that he only draws from his memory. And long story short, the man says that he's really sorry and he wants to apologize, and he tells him that he has nothing left on Earth and he just wants to go back and tell the astronaut's wife sorry for trying to make her cheat on her husband with him. The astronaut refuses because obviously he doesn't want the other astronaut to go back to his wife. And then the worst thing that can happen possibly happens in the episode. The astronaut is back home, tapped into his link with his family, when he gets to know that some system failure has happened in the spaceship, and so he goes back, and when he is outside fixing the coolant thing, he basically realizes that there is nothing to fix, and then he feels that, oh shit, what if he's trapped by the other astronaut and the astronaut is not going to let him in. But no, the astronaut opens the thing and he lets the other astronaut in. That's when he notices that something is really fishy, and he takes his link from the other astronaut, and he finds it very peculiar why the other astronaut even had it in the first place. And he rushes back to the chamber and he basically goes back to Earth through the link to see what's happened, and he sees that there's blood all over his link's hands, and then he basically goes down, and the episode is left at that, and the audience assumes that his family was murdered by the other astronaut. So this was a really tragic ending, you guys, and this episode was such a weird episode because it was set in 1969 in an alternate universe, but it was still so futuristic while still having like this romantic drama while still being so intense and so dark and having such a horror aspect to it. Like, it was like I'm watching a horror TV show mixed with science fiction. So that was my review for the second episode of Black Mirror season 6, and if you guys like this video and you want to watch me review the other episodes of the season as well, then subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be reviewing all the episodes of Black Mirror season 6. And I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.